Wild Wild West.
What's up, girl?
Jackie.
The building.
Jacks.
In the building.
Jacqueline Thomas, if you know her professionally. This girl, we go back, what, is it Pickle Barrel days?
Oh, PB.
Pickle Barrel Brampton days. If you guys know, I'm an East End ting now. So,
damn.
Formerly Brampton ting.
Jesus.
We got out just in time. But yeah, Pickle Barrel days serving. Were you you were a manager, right?
I was a manager, causing shit.
Bartending, losing her shit, giving free food, adding calories.
Now I'm out here.
Now you're out here, viral, slandered and slaughtered like that Alberta beef.
Yo, we have to talk about this. And that's why we're here, because we really have to talk about this article. I literally did this for fun. Like, I remember going there.
That's my question. Start us off. So, like, where did this article come from? Like, did they approach you? Were you like, you know what? I want to come back to Toronto with a bang. This is what I'm going to do.
Great question. So, basically, for me, it was sitting at home bored over in Windermere, which is in Edmonton. Okay, it's in Edmonton, and it's not spiritually Leduc. Get it right now. I was just chilling at home, and I was like, I don't know what I did. Like, this isn't adding up. Nothing's working out. Absolutely nothing's working out, from renting out a room in my house to finding a civilized human being to like anything. Nothing was working out. And I was starting to read all these clips about people who moved away, sold their property during the pandemic and moved to smaller provinces for the cheaper cost of living. It's true. It is technically cheaper cost of living. And I read these articles and I thought I could do this better. I was like, I feel like I could share my story. And wouldn't it be awesome to announce to my friends? Like, only my friends. I never thought anyone would see this.
Like, nobody does this.
Nobody does this.
We just move back.
I am that friend who would do this. So I feel like if someone saw, oh, okay, it's Jackie.
It's giving extra.
Right? Exactly. It's giving extra. And what else do I give? Extra. So that's why I did it, just thinking like, oh, my friends are going to get a kick out of this. No one's ever going to see it.
Right.
It's done. And then kaboom.
Viral movie.
Viral.
Okay, so a lot of people in these comments are like, she didn't do her research. Has she done her research? She would have known what the province was about, XYZ. Like yourself, I was out in Alberta.
Oh, yeah, you did do that time.
Yeah, it was kind of brought to me by my parents. It was, hey, we're moving to Alberta. You're coming or are you staying? Girl, I was working with you. I was at Pickle Barrel on that Pickle Barrel money, server money. What was it, like $7.20 an
Something
hour?
like that. Something like that.
Living
and
off tips.
But this is when Alberta did that crazy boom and everyone was dipping.
Right. So I was like, I ill, but I guess I'm coming because I'm not trying to be homeless, right?
Facts.
So I had a different experience because I think you went by yourself, right? You didn't go out there with anybody. You didn't bring a roommate. You didn't
Knew
bring
a couple
friend,
people,
a cat,
cousin
a dog,
lived nearby,
bunny.
nothing.
Okay. Okay. So I went out with my family. So it was my mom, my dad, and my brother and myself. We went out there. Before I even went over there, I had interviews lined up because it was that oil money.
Yes.
Right?
It was that time. It
was really good. Like you said, the jobs were booming. So I was like, I don't need a degree. I can just go out there and get like double the pay. Sold.
That was the time.
Sold.
That was the time. That was
Sold.
the time.
We went out there. We started in northern Alberta, a small little border town, they call it, called Lloydminster. Literally, like
Lloydminster?
Lloydminster. So like this side is Alberta.
No.
This side is Saskatchewan.
No.
Yeah. So population of like maybe 30,000.
Dog, you did real time.
I did time. I went hard in the paint.
Oh no.
I went hard in the paint. We drove up there. So my dad got a job first. He got flown out there. The move was paid for by his company. He was good. So he was out there for 2 weeks.
Those are the ones who go to Alberta and make money. When you're an import. If you read the article, if you're an import, it makes sense. Continue, Boo.
Yeah. So he went out there. We followed. We drove up. We packed our little, I think it was like an Audi A4, which is like, it's not a sedan. Little compact car.
You guys like sold everything then.
No, girl. They paid for...
Oh,
we shipped everything.
That.
So everything, my bedroom set, everything went over.
Okay,
so gas was paid for,
Dope.
hotel stays, 3-day drive we did. It took us like just a day to get out of Ontario. It's
like a 3 or 4 day drive.
Yeah, it's like a
3-day
drive if you're crazy. Chocolate Thunder, he like did it in like 36 hours.
That's a madman.
Yeah,
That's
he's a little crazy. But I got there with my family, and instantly I kind of had the same feeling you did, where I was like, this is it. My brother was still in high school, so he enrolled to school. Only black kid.
Yep, Lloydminster. Yeah,
had an afro.
Oh gosh,
sickest thing.
Yeah, they thought he was
sickest
it.
thing. Can I touch your hair? Oh
yeah.
my God, I love your hair.
Oh, facts. He got all the shorties, all of them.
Definitely. Then he went on the football team.
What?
He was bagging them. Throw him in the bag.
Don't kill me.
Throw him in the bag.
No.
Meanwhile, I was sitting there, bored in the house, and I'm in the house bored. Nothing to do because it's like minus 40. It's like minus 40. There's nothing to do. There's like Lloydminster Mall. The best store is probably Winners. Like there was literally nothing. There's restaurants. You ever heard of Real Canadian Brew House? Don't know if you ever
big
made
out
it there.
Big out there. Yo, their Cobb salad, fire. Like their Cobb salad is
that was the place to be. Anyways, I landed a job with Husky. Started working there.
Yes.
Like Husky, good job. Like they had the biggest building in Lloydminster. It was 3 floors. Yeah. Oh. It was all glass.
Oh.
Yeah, I was so. Anyways, started working there. Only black girl, mixed girl, whatever you want to categorize me as. Only one with some spice. Ignorance was so crazy.
Yo, Lloydminster was no joke.
Yeah, like my first son's father, he was coming out there. Anyways, got pregnant. Fast forward. Got pregnant.
Well, she found a man. Something I didn't do out there. I mean,
we knew, I don't know if he's quality, but I found one. Just kidding. But yeah, I got pregnant, and the questions were like, oh, so like your son's father, like, what is he? And I'm like, oh, he's mixed. Oh, but is he black? Probably. He's mixed. Like his mom is from Trinidad and his dad is from Dominica. Mm-hmm. Oh, Dominican Republic? No, girl. Dominica.
Yeah.
It's a country.
They got another one.
Oh, I've never heard of it.
Bet.
Okay. So like, is he black? Like he's darker than you.
No, they did not ask you ridiculous questions like that.
Yeah, and it was just that's when I learned about the stereotypes about Native people.
Oh, it's bad out there. Like it's real life out there.
Like it was crazy. Like, oh, all they do is drink. All they do is steal. Never witnessed any of that in my life. Even in Lloydminster, there are a lot of reserves. Coolest people.
Yeah.
You can talk to them and have a conversation, no problem. So their stereotypes were anyways, we got tired of there. My dad got another offer, so we went to Airdrie.
Yes,
I
checked you out in Airdrie.
Yes, we went to Airdrie. Life was much better there. A little bit more city life.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, that's a big change.
Yeah, when I was pregnant and we had Chance, his father was living in Edmonton, so I was doing that drive from Calgary, Airdrie to Edmonton. So I got to experience a little bit of Edmonton. Mm-hmm. Windermere, I don't think it existed back then.
I don't think so either.
I heard of Leduc,
yeah.
They're gonna come for me. Sorry.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Join the club, girl.
If it's not Edmonton, I don't know what it is. Anything outside of Edmonton, it's Edmonton.
Right?
Like, you know when people are like, where are you from?
God, they were going so hard. I think
it's because they don't understand how big like Toronto is. And we have something called the GTA.
Yes.
Where surrounding areas, greater Toronto area, they don't consider that Edmonton. Like in Edmonton, it's like you're from Edmonton, you're from Edmonton. You're from Leduc, you're from Leduc. You're from, you don't dare say you're from Edmonton and you're not.
And if you're from Northside, you're like,
yeah.
Like Northside to them is like the hood. Like if you say Northside, no, you're not there.
The whole of Edmonton gave me Hamilton vibes.
The whole of Edmonton. Like I
felt like once you cross over to Calgary, it was like a breath of fresh air.
Honestly, when people were writing in the comments, she wanted this city life. She should have went downtown. I was like, you
downtown,
moron.
like White Ave?
Thank you. Nobody who lives in Edmonton ever says go live downtown because their homeless problem is redonkulous. Their drug problem is ridiculous.
Seriously.
It's not like
similar
us.
to Skid Row.
Yeah, it's horrible and it's filled with teeny boppers. So people who wrote that, I'm like, show yourselves, like you guys continuously to just show your ass in regards to your lack of knowledge.
Right.
Nobody who lives in Alberta says
reading
go live downtown.
So fundamental because you even mentioned that and it's like, I feel like no reading was done at all. They read the caption and it was just kind of like, she's stupid. She
facts
didn't
on
do her
facts.
research.
She didn't do her
She's
research.
broke. She works for Little Caesars. Like, I
My
love when
favorite-
it says here, like, what she does on the article. It says Director of Employee Training. I don't know. It's like, I don't know if you guys can see, but like, it's right here after the picture. So I'm not sure how we got all the way to the bottom. Look, there's paragraphs. And it's, she's broke. She works with Little Caesars.
Oh my God. My favorite comment was, she must have an OnlyFans page. She must be an escort.
In these times, make that money.
Yo, honestly, with this new rent, I thought about it.
Make that money.
I thought about it. What else did I hear? She's so broke. How can anyone as a training manager buy a property? And one comment actually wrote, guys, like, she didn't work at a Little Caesar. She worked for corporate. She did this. And I'm like, wow. Like, literally hundreds of idiots in the comments, and one person actually understood what I did. But exactly what you just said. So you guys bypassed my title, bypassed the numbers that I on purpose shared those numbers to show people how hard it was to come back here.
Also, like, I gave up my 1-bedroom condo rental near Square One.
1 bedroom plus den.
I'm sorry. That's expensive. Square One?
Girl, I got in on the
Mississauga?
pandemic rate.
Oh.
And that's something I will never forgive myself for. I was paying $1,750 for a 1+ den, parking included, storage unit included. And the hot joke is, that's how much Edmonton charges. If you're not in the burbs, if you're anything within like 10 minutes to the city,
Right.
a 1-bedroom plus den starts at like 16 something. Then there's parking, because there's not a lot of private landlords there, so it's lots of property management companies.
Right,
so you have to buy your parking spot, which is anywhere from $100 to $150.
Right.
Then there's your storage unit. That's not included. They start at $25. And I can say this with confidence because I worked for a major developer out there.
And also,
I was leasing
are you
units out
not
there.
in real estate? I was just gonna
Thank
say,
you.
Are you not in real estate? I think they
Studying to
mentioned
get my
that, right?
license. Starting to get my license. We're looking at a timeline about anywhere from 3 to 4 months, folks. I'm just saying.
This girl's like the Jill of all trades, because
Talk about it.
you're doing a lot, but
I'm
you're
doing a
broke,
lot.
so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but I'm broke. Could you believe? Jaja. Oh my God.
Okay, so you gave it 3 months.
3 months, because basically where I was, it's like nothing works. So I bought this house, beautiful, 2 large masters, that each have their own walk-in closet, full bathrooms. I had 2.5 bathrooms, so it's a large 2-master plus den. Beautiful house near Windermere. And I was like, oh, solid, I'm going to rent out a room. In the summertime, the inquiries for this room were tremendous. I was renting out that room for $9. Turns out I rented it out to a man who was in a makeup to break up relationship. That guy was out within a month. Now, with my GTA swag, I was like, soft things, I'll just go find someone else. Yeah. No, it's not soft things, because no one tells you once summer's over, like literally that Labor Day weekend, their rental market sees a drop. Now, we all see a drop, but down here, it's like maybe 10, 20%.
Yeah.
Down there, it's a real drop. The drop is so low that it got to the point where I said, it doesn't even make sense for me to rent out this bedroom, because the comparables nearby were now like $700.
Right.
So I'm not going to live with someone and they're only paying $7. So then that's when I started looking at actual rentals in downtown, because I thought I was trying to give it a chance.
Right.
I thought maybe I will move downtown just to give me that vibe, give me that bright lights, big city vibe.
Yeah.
Then I looked at the prices and I realized that I'm not saving money.
You're spending more.
I'm spending more on my place to
reason.
live. I gave up my family. I gave up my comfort. I gave up my life. And I'm not even saving money.
Right.
This makes no sense.
Right. So like the comparable. So the rent was a little bit more expensive, but I know what the tax rate is, like what, 5%?
Okay, honestly,
because a lot of people will say, oh, but the tax is 5. The gas is cheaper.
Listen, man, I live a life. I don't really count. Like, that didn't mean anything to me. I'm sorry. Like, what is that? Like, honestly, nothing thoroughly impressed me. I also lived in a place where like a case of water bottles was like $4. There, like there's other things going on there. In regards to comparables, granted, yes, I got into my condo at a pandemic rate, but I wish someone kind of stopped me and said, Jackie, I know you want to try a thing, but this is a rate that you will never, ever see. Because now that same den, when I left,
I was just gonna say, so what is that price at now? Because
in August when I left, he re-rented it at $2,300. That is now $2,700.
Girl,
for what I had
The
for
rental crisis
$17.50.
is something serious.
It's very much something serious.
It's really scary, and it's like the time that you came back to like Toronto in is nuts.
It got crazy.
So did you start looking at rentals like from in Edmonton, or did you kind of crash like with your parents?
Great. So what I did was I got all my paperwork together because I also do a leasing business. So
Right.
I know what everyone's looking for. I thought I'm going to be a shoo-in. I have great credit, over 800. I make great money. I have excellent references. I too am a landlord.
Yeah.
I own stuff. Like, this is going to be a shoo-in.
No kids.
No pets, like
Right.
soft things. I thought I would have the pick of the litter.
Right.
So I set up appointments, came down here to look at places. And just looking at the places, like I saw how the price changed dramatically.
And were you looking again in Mississauga?
First, I wanted to be in Etobicoke because I want to be closer to the city, so like Park Lawn Lakeshore.
Okay.
And I was just not getting in.
Yeah, no.
I was not getting in. There was some nice 1-bedroom plus den for like $2,400. The first one that I applied for, it went to a nurse, and I was like, okay, I guess maybe the landlord's a nurse vibes, whatever. That's a big thing now, post-pandemic.
Yeah.
The second place I applied for, it was all right. It was outdated, but it had the square footage that I liked.
Okay.
Beautiful, right by the water. The lady said she had too much buzz on her unit and she didn't want to move forward with it. Yeah. So the second place, and her place didn't even end up leasing out to like a month after I applied for it. So like, I don't know what all this buzz was, but anyways. And then the third place was over at 4070 Confederation, because I was like, okay, let me just go back to Mississauga. Like I don't know. I'm like, this is like Thursday and I got to go back home Saturday. Like I need to secure a place. Like, I got to get back home. So I go, this place wasn't as nice as my first condo, but again, it was the location that I could deal with. It was the 1+ den for $2,400. That's what the list price was. Talked to my realtor. At this point, we were just tired. And I said, basically, like, why are we even looking? Like, I know what it is.
Yeah.
Let's just go.
Yeah.
So she wants me to see it. We come down, we go. I look at it. I'm like, it's all right. Like, there was like some water damage here and there, but I knew that the landlord would have to fix that. I wasn't really stressing. They come back, tell me that, no, it was marked at $2,500. They come back, tell me that there's a bidding war. It's down to me and a single guy. And he's offering 26. Will you offer 26? And I was like, at this point, I'm like, oh my God, fine. I'll give you 26.
Yeah,
like, let's just go.
Same thing happened to me.
Yeah, let's just go. Then the landlord says, well, we want to do a meeting. And I was like, that's standard because I do that with my clients. I was like, okay, so virtually. They're like, no, in person. And I'm like, we just went through a whole pandemic where everything was virtual. I'm literally, what matters? I could easily comb my hair and look like $1 million and say what you want to say, but what matters is what's on these documents.
You would think, right?
Yeah, you would think. Meet me virtually, no problem. No, we want to meet her in person. And I said, you know what? Told my realtor, I said, let them go because first of all, these landlords are not the brightest.
Red flag.
You're not reasonable. What's the issue?
There's a lot of landlords that are landlording, it's my word, and they're not familiar with the RTA.
No, oh, Lord have mercy.
Not at all. It's funny that you say like they wanted to meet you in person because my question to you was going to be like, did you send over any ID? Did you experience any discrimination?
Honestly, when
especially like in Etobicoke?
Honestly, when I look back, I'll be frank, I don't understand why I didn't have my pick of the litter. I shared my numbers. It really shouldn't be, plus I make cash flow on my property. So I have other income too coming in that I could easily prove. My mortgage has never been late. Nothing's ever been late. I always got my money, which a lot of landlords can't say post-pandemic. Do I think I got some discrimination? Yeah, I think being a single female of color was not beneficial. It wasn't beneficial. And I know that if I want to continue renting, how I even got this place was I was lucky that my cousin was renting out her spot.
Word of mouth.
So in the nick of time, because I wasn't looking for a 1-bedroom, I really wanted a den space because I work from home. But it just came in handy, and I was very, very grateful for that. But I know that if I were to leave again or move elsewhere to a different space, I would have to make, I guess, more money, which I don't know what else I can do at this point. What else can I do?
Right.
Or you're gonna have to start doubling up, and that's a thing in this business now. People have to put 2 names on a lease because The rental rates are so high.
Girl.
Most single people don't have it.
Girl.
In this business, we see household incomes. They'll literally look you in your face and say, the average person has a credit score under 600 and the average household family makes like under 4K per month.
Girl,
like,
I just seen an article that said in order to live comfortably in Toronto, you need to make 20 grand a month.
What the? I don't know what kind of comfortable they talking about.
20 grand a month. And it's funny because I kind of went through the same thing with you. We have our 3-bedroom townhome in Pickering. Got in there in 2018, June 2018.
Nice.
So it's myself, my partner. At that time, it was our 2 kids. Got in a bidding war, same thing you did.
Wow,
we bid 2,200. It was listed for 21. When I first moved back from Alberta, we went to Milton and we were paying 1,800.
Wow,
in a year's time, rent went all the way to like 2,100 for the same thing. We're like, what the hell? But at that part, like at that point, it was like, whatever, like 20. Okay, cool. We'll give you 22. Like, dude, that's nothing.
2018, me and my ex, we had a townhome, like a brickstone home, Brampton, borderline Caledon, 2-bedroom plus den, 3 levels, 16 something.
Okay.
Dog. Like, sometimes I miss that more than I miss the man, you know. I'm just like, bro, we had a house for 1,600. We couldn't make it work.
The only reason we left is because, okay, so that landlord, he lived in Saskatchewan.
Wow.
And lo and behold, when I came back, I started my own business. I launched Sweets by Chance. Yes. I was doing custom cakes and cupcakes, whatever. Yeah.
Instagram was popping.
Yeah. So I was working like from home, baking, doing all that stuff. One day I had went to the basement. The basement we always dedicate to like the kids. You guys play down there. Yeah, that's your thing. Do whatever you want. I'm only down there to do laundry. I went into one of the boxes to go grab a cake pan and I was welcomed. I guess it was his home by a little mouse.
No. In Milton?
Listen.
Milton done switched up.
I pissed myself.
Yeah, I
peed. I definitely peed. Ran up the stairs and I was screaming and my daughter was like frantically looking at me. So she started crying because I'm screaming.
Yeah, of course.
Girl, there was a mice problem.
No.
So we started investigating and we went into the basement and we're looking at the insulation and we're noticing like black dots.
Oh, and that's where the kids are playing.
Girl, we were wondering why Chance and Tasia were like sick because they kept getting sick. And I was like, is it really daycare?
No.
Girl, messaged the landlord to be like, and he had his realtor and that guy would kind of like serve us whatever.
Notices, whatever.
So we went directly to him. We're like, listen, you got a mice infestation. Like it's in your insulation. We would like for you to switch out this insulation. It's a hazard to our health. Mice droppings are not safe. He told us, no, it's in the insulation. There's a vapor barrier. You guys are good. I was like, first of all, our belongings are finished. My kids' toys are finished. We do laundry in the basement. Our clothes, I don't know. Maybe they have like mice piss. I don't know.
Yeah, like we're over it.
Like, why are we living with them? Like, we rented this place like for our family, not the mice. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So we're like, we got to go. Chocolate Thunder also.
I love how we call him Chocolate Thunder. This guy's gonna get good at watch list and be like, I mean that. I mean that. Like, honestly, I can't.
And that's so funny because I swear you came up with that name when we went to LA.
I did. Shout out to B2K.
Right? B2K 2019 LA.
Yo, that was a big time.
So yeah, we told him we're not doing this. He said, okay, cool. You know what? Only give me 30 days notice. You guys can leave. So before we even told him that, we already started looking at places.
Back then when you had options.
Yeah.
You thought you had options.
And so Gucci. Chocolate Thunder works like he gets around for work. Like he can be here, he can be there, he gets around. But one thing is his mom lives in Scarborough. So sometimes he's tired. He would never be home because he passes out at his mom's and we would see less and less of him. So we're like, okay, listen, like I'm a West End girl. Like, you know, I was born in Rexdale, went to Brampton, went to Alberta.
You like the West.
Now I'm back in the West in Milton.
You like the West.
And so I'm like, okay, we're gonna have to see what it is. I'm not going back to Brampton. I'll tell you that much.
Good God, no.
I'm not going back to Brampton. And when I started looking at the prices, like the East was it.
That's when it was cheaper. It was cheaper back then.
It was it. So I'm like, okay, cool. Pickering. We even were looking at Newmarket, Aurora, because it was cheap.
I mean,
it was cheap.
Newmarket?
It was cheap. Like we were looking at 4-bedroom, like detached homes for like 2,100.
Wow, those were the days.
2,100. So, anyways, settled in Pickering, got into our bidding war. Paying 2,200. First 2 years, no rental increase. Third year, got one at the 1.5%.
Yeah, you were cool
completely
with it, Gucci.
fine. Recently, our landlords approached us. Hey, you guys, we're having some trouble, some financial issues. We're really in the red. We love you guys as tenants, XYZ. However, in order to keep ourselves afloat, we need your help. Okay, cool. I'm the calm one.
Yeah, let's have a conversation.
Chocolate Thunder. Okay, big and
nope.
So I'm listening, and he came with, I'm going to ask you guys for $800 more.
Yo, you're on coke. Get out of my face.
Are you smoking dick?
Yo, you're on some real ass drugs. Get away from me, bro.
I just popped out a baby. I have a soccer mom van.
Damn, you got a van now?
I got a van, girl.
Damn, it's really over.
Girl. Right? Girl, them gas prices is not cheap.
I'm telling you, got a van. Yo, you're a real mom now.
I said to God. Like everybody, I'll never drive a van.
Yeah, no,
ever.
No,
ever.
No.
And there I am. I'm in a little Dodge Caravan.
I'm
in the Dodge
Caravan.
Caravan.
Those are like the buttest minivans.
Affordable, right? Okay.
They're pretty gangster.
Still not for me. I hate it.
Can't lie.
Hate it.
Damn.
Hate it. I didn't even drive it here today. I'll tell you that.
Wow.
Anywho, could you
I can't even do this right now with you.
Yeah.
You drive
I drive
a minivan?
Mm-hmm. Girl. Everyone
Boys
fits
and
nice and
girls,
comfortable.
I tell you, hot girl. Hot girl.
I'm retired.
Hot girl. So
I'm retired. I'm in bed by 9.
No, Tay. This is like, what? This is like me saying I drive a minivan in 5 years. Like, it doesn't make any sense. So wait, what? You?
Yeah, girl.
Woman? Like, no,
yeah,
it doesn't make any sense. Don't make any sense.
So, we said no.
Hell to the no.
We're not doing that. And, oh, please, can you work with us? What can you do? What can you do at all? Chocolate Thunder's like, nothing.
Can't do shit.
Nothing. We're already paying your extra rent. We already got in a bidding war to get in here. I'm sorry, but like your financial issues is your financial
Absolutely.
issues. You know what I mean? I'm starting to feel a little bad because like I understand. And so I'm like, throw out a number. Come see with a number.
Come reasonably though. Like
800's dumb.
Yeah, 800. You didn't give a shit. You didn't give a shit. Yeah.
How about 200? I'm like,
okay.
I'm like 200. Okay. No, he said 25. So we were going from 22 to 28. We declined. He said, what about 25? I said, no. What's the most you could do? I said, maybe 200, but it's not even going to be on a consistent basis.
Damn. So
that's
the
what
point?
I said.
That's the whole no point.
So he's like, you know what? We'll go home. We'll talk about it. We'll let you know. Texted me the same night. We've decided to accept your offer. We prorate. This was in November. We pay rent on the 30th of every month. We prorated the extra cost. So for November, you owe us $180, whatever. Can you please pay it as soon as you can?
What? You prorated?
It's November 2nd. It's November 2nd. I don't need to pay rent for how many more days? I said, you'll get your extra $180, whatever, on November 30th. Thank you. Good night. No. Anyways, we decided, because everyone, like my family, friends, they're like, why are you guys paying it all? Why are you guys paying it all? And we're kind of like, okay, if we're going to pay extra, let's leave. Let's get something that's better suited for our family now that there's 6 of us, right? Let's get something bigger. Let's see what we can find for $2,800. Looking, Chocolate Thunder is like a 6'1" man.
Yeah.
He's a little brolic, like, he's over 200 pounds. He's
thick.
Yeah, he's got broad shoulders.
Yes.
He's got braids. He's got nice hair.
We got a brother.
And his face is not inviting. His face is not inviting. But if you will go have a conversation with him.
Oh my, aren't you? Okay.
You go have a conversation with him and you're like, this guy's black? He don't sound black. He don't sound black. So I was a little frantic. So I would pack up the kids.
Yeah.
Only 2 of them.
You can't go with him. Yeah.
Only 2. 2 older ones.
Yeah. We don't want to.
And I went to go look at maybe 10 places by myself. Got into the same, like, down to the final wire, gave our offer. They decided, okay, I think we're going to move forward with you guys. We want to do a Zoom call. No problem. I'm going to hop on the Zoom call by myself. Did the Zoom call. And my agent's like, yeah, they really like you. I should see the offer within the next 24 hours. They called back and tried to fumble and say that during that Zoom call, I told them that we were late on our rent. And that's why they decided not to go with us.
And I know you didn't say that. That's stupid. Who would say that? Who would say that?
Because I have EDIAD written.
Right? True.
Okay.
Who would say that?
So, then our friends and family were like, okay, but why are you guys leaving in the first place?
Yeah.
Stay there.
Stay there.
Stay there. Don't pay anything extra. You already got your increase. Stay put as long as you can. Even if they try to evict you, they got
It's
6 months?
Up. 6 months. Don't even round
and they
that
can't.
up more. Like,
they can't
stupid.
evict us because
can't.
our lease is good till June. Like, I'm well versed in the RTA as well. Our lease is good till June. After that 1 year lease expire, we go to month. You still need an N12, whatever.
Yeah.
N4 if we don't pay you rent. You need a reason to get us out.
Yeah.
So we parked our backsides. We'll revisit this. I sent her a message. I'm like, no, girl, we ain't doing this.
No.
We ain't doing this. And it's funny because my cousin, shout out Trey Day, he and his wife picked up with their 5 children and his mother-in-law, and they went to Alberta.
Oh, dear.
And he's like, I think you should come. Like, he's telling me he got his, I think it's like a 6-bedroom house. He's in Edmonton, I think the north side of Edmonton. And they got it for like a really affordable price.
Yeah.
And he's like, anything under like 500,000 or something like that, you only need, which was new to me. I didn't know that because I'm not trying to buy a home. But when you said it was like under $1 million for your 6-bedroom house, I was like, hacking. So I'm like, yo, I might as well come back if that's what it is. I'll come back, I'll work, I'll get ahead. But Chocolate Thunder's not on board.
Honestly.
Because the reason why I came back, so I had my 2 kids.
Yeah.
Raising my kids, very different lifestyle, not very Toronto at all. I'm like, my kids are being raised without their cousins around. They don't know my aunt. They don't know
This
my
is
uncle.
what I'm trying to show people.
They
There's
don't
a
know
price
anything.
on family and friends. There's a price on your support system.
Yes, I had my
that.
immediate family. I had no friends. My friends were my baby fathers when they were good. I talked baby language. Like that was my communication.
I love you. I had no real shit.
That was
real
it.
shit. Real shit. I did nothing. I like I met people because I'm a social butterfly. But even that, it was like, yeah, like y'all cool, but like it's not the same energy. They don't par the way that we par. It's so different. Like they literally just go to work and come home.
And that's why I was talking to my cousin, and obviously he has a different take on it because again, he's there with his family. I went with my family. Ironically, when I told my family I'm coming back, they came back too. Everyone came back.
Yeah.
We all came back together.
Yeah.
And so I did, what was it, 3 years? 3.5, 4 years in Alberta. I tried to stick it out like you as long as I could mentally. Ironically, I met a couple mom friends that happened to be from Toronto.
Wow, nice.
But what's the similarity? We have children.
Yeah.
They have men. They have families. They're not single.
Mm-hmm.
So the lifestyle is completely different.
Different.
I like to say that Alberta is good if, not to be like sexist, if you're a single male.
No, exactly. That's what I believe I said that.
Yeah.
Alberta is dope if you are a single man with a toolbox.
Exactly.
And you work and you hustle. And it's great if it's someone like your dad.
Okay.
Who got found. I'm going to import you. I'm going to front this cost.
Right.
I have friends. One of my good girlfriends, she's like the first Black female judge in Lethbridge, Alberta.
Ooh.
She's doing big things. She's an import. That's a fantastic opportunity for her. I have another friend. She became like a vice principal by the time she was 35.
Nice.
She got a dope opportunity out there. But let me ask you something. How many people do you know? And this is the question. And this is what I had to ask myself. Because I would sit in this house. I would sit in this house by myself like, why am I the only one who's just not feeling this? Like, I'm like the only one. But I forgot. I don't know about you, but I can't name people who had their own place, who already made 6 figures, who already owned property, and then went to Alberta.
Usually
boom.
They go there
And
to get that started.
Why I was like, there's no benefit here. Oh, you could buy a house. I already have. I'm okay. Oh, you can make money. I already make money. Oh, and I'm not saying it to boost. I'm just saying it to be very, very vocal. People make it sound so cool, like, oh, Alberta's this, that. Yo, if you don't have much and you're going to start out, I will tell you, get on that first plane and go. Go to Alberta. But if you have something, hold on, think about it. Because it cost me to move my stuff. I had stuff.
Exactly.
I had stuff.
It's not cheap.
To move a
because I did the
one-bedroom.
same thing. And I came back with a 2-bedroom. I was in a 2-bedroom condo.
It cost me $12K to move my stuff.
And I was at 10K, and that was with a car.
See? My car too. So now it's $12K.
Yeah.
And the rental increase that I'm paying is $550. And the part that burns me is I'm like, I want a RAV4 so bad. That would have been the RAV4. I love the RAV4. Shout out to RAV4. I love the RAV4. And I'm here like, man, if you just sat your tail, you could have had the RAV4 by now.
And it's
no
so
problem.
Funny because I see a lot of moms. I'm in like some Facebook groups, and they're like, hey, I'm thinking about moving to Alberta. And I'm just like, pump your brakes. If you're going as a single mother to Alberta, not for you. No support system.
No support.
It's just you and your child. Not a good idea.
No.
You're going to waste your money by going there and coming home.
But the thing is, the other part, can you come back home? Because not a lot of people can take a $550. If I had kids, I wouldn't be able to take a $550. I wouldn't have been able, the conversation would have been, I can't even come back home.
And that's another thing I say too. I'm like, if you have thousands in savings, by all means, go.
Take a chance.
Go.
Take a chance.
If you're tight and you're strapped, don't do it. Stay here. Because once you get out, it's the wild, wild west.
In fact.
You are struggling as a single mother to make ends meet. You got daycare, although the like subsidy, if you need it, list is not long at all. You can get subsidy like that, which is better, which is really comparable to, Ontario. No traffic. The social scene.
Good God.
Is lacking.
Good God.
So you already have a child. So it's like, now you're going to go find mom friends. And then the dating scene. Because now you're trying to find a companion.
Oh my God. Don't get me started. Those brothers were
like,
out of
that?
order. Yo, those brothers were out of order. Okay? So I had traveled there several times. I've always held national roles over the past 8 years. I've been there so many times. I even used to check you. We used to go party down there. Whatever. And I always had tings. I used to be like, guys, oh my God, the guys in Edmonton, the guys in Calgary, they just pick me up in their fancy cars, oil money.
And also,
they take me out.
When you moved there, was that your first time ever being there? Because I swear in your article you said you've been going there since
2015.
Okay.
I would frequent Alberta, Edmonton, Calgary, Lethbridge, whatever. I was on that side of the world probably at least 10 times a year.
Okay. So you're not new.
I'm not new. Okay. I was there. I enjoyed it.
To get that out there.
Thank you so much.
Because it was, she's never been
She's never been there. I did my research now. If there's one thing us Virgos do is research. So in doing that, I used to have pure things. Yo, I used to go to people and be like, yo, the man them down there, they have money. They get picked up in Range Rovers, get picked up in Benzes and this and that. I was like, oh, I like it over here. This is
that
nice.
Oil
this is
money.
Nice. Yo,
that
the
construction
oil
money.
And they would just take me out. We didn't do anything, just took me out, have a good time, yada, 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 yada. So then when I was moving, I thought, theoretically speaking, this should just continue.
Right,
it should continue.
Right. I'm here.
Because y'all showed me mad love when I was a guest star, but now that I'm here, the same girl you've been trying to, holler at for all these years, I'm here. Wagwan. Bro, I saw, there was, top 3 guys who I would, keep in contact with throughout
so you had a
years.
roster.
I had a roster ready.
Okay.
Things were curated.
Okay.
Literally saw those mans, once ever since I moved. And then they, disappeared. I smell infidelity. Because I don't understand how you've known me for years. It's not like you got to hit and quit. Because if you hit and quit, I would understand that. Oh, okay, I gave up the crotches, blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't even give up the crotch, and you're just gone? So you've been chasing me for all these years, but the moment I live here in the same postal code, there's a problem?
Maybe,
I smell infidelity. I smell
They're married.
Infidelity.
They're married.
I don't know what else. What else?
So, the whole time you were down there, was it 3 months? You never, there was no D being given?
I had a little ting-ting, you know what I'm saying? He was cool.
Was it okay?
Weird.
Another thing I
Weird.
noticed about Alberta, because everyone that I met was not an Alberta native.
No.
These Chance's
guys aren't born and bred
dad
Alberta.
is
No.
from out here.
Yeah.
My daughter's father is Nova Scotia, Virginia.
Yikes.
And then Chocolate Thunder is from Toronto, and he was flying down to see me. So
flying thing.
Yeah,
He was
I told you I'm special.
He was a flying
I'm
thing.
special.
Backside.
I'm special. But like the men that you were meeting, were they like born and raised?
No.
There?
My guy, I was seeing someone for like 2 months. My guy, from Toronto.
Okay.
Came out there like 6 years ago or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And we had actually first had introductions from like some years ago.
Right.
And then I put up a status saying that I'm in Edmonton. He's like, oh my God, like you live here now. Then we started linking and we started clickety clack, clack. But again, he worked all the time. He worked like 4 p.m. to midnight,
right,
Monday to Friday, and then even got like a part-time thing because what else do you do in Edmonton?
Right.
So we saw each other on like specific nights.
Right.
And it was good. But one time he was just guaning bossy and I'm like, you know what? That's what Alberta will do to you, brothers. You guys think that you're king shit because you're down here.
Yeah.
And the girls will give you that clout. It's kind of like when like black men go to Barrie and they feel like they're the shit. Like literally you could go to Barrie and just be black. And these girls are like, oh my God, like this is, you could be anything. Meanwhile, you buck up on a real one and it's like, what are you doing? Like, you're so
I know
basic.
you.
Like,
right?
I know
exactly.
you. Like, stop this. This would not fly on the mean streets of the GTA.
Yeah.
But he was just carrying on. This guy would be like, after every day, my God, Jackie, you don't know how you make me feel. My God, you just give me butterflies. I just love to hang out with you, all these things. And I would tell him, I said, don't bother with the long talking. Listen, I'm a grown ass woman.
So like
we're not doing
what
this.
type of dude is Jackie looking for? Because clearly it's not the nice guy.
What do you mean the nice guy? Because he's not a nice guy. That was fake. I told him, I don't listen to words. I watch actions.
Actions.
And his actions,
words.
the first time his actions show different, I was like, let me give it a oblige. Second time, I was like, I know I'm trying to leave. Mm-hmm. Let me just, he's good for what he is. Mm-hmm. But the third time was when I went to Chicago and he got bright and tried to put me in my place and just don't ever try to put me in my place. Like, it's not going to work. It don't work for nobody. So don't ever try. He tried it. And I was like, yo, let me just, I don't want to be an angry black woman. So let me just dash this way because go about your business. Guess who messaged me Merry Christmas?
Like this year? Mm-mm. Like last week?
Ghosted the fool from October, but now y'all here wishing Merry Christmas. Why y'all do that? Why you trying to embarrass yourself? Yo, bro, I'm gone. You didn't read the article? I'm gone. I'm gone.
I don't know why they do that.
Why do they do that?
It's because they had time to think.
Right?
And then they're bored.
Because they realize I live in Edmonton.
Yeah.
I had a life where this girl would cook for me. We hang out. We have jokes. Because I'm a good
You're
time.
giving wifey material.
Yeah. No one's going to date me and say Jackie was like boring or lame. No one ever walks away with that feedback. That's not what I hear.
Not very boring at all.
Right? But with him, it just was like, he was acting up and I get it. He feels cool. Like he lied about his age like 3 times. Oh. Turns out he was 45, not 38, which I could tell because, I love a senior citizen. But I'm like, why are you out here lying like I don't know? Oh, but everybody at work, the white people, they can't tell that you are of your age group? Like, I'm like, we're
black
not,
don't crack.
I know black don't crack. Black don't crack. So that's why I was just like, why
isn't that like a red flag though?
Red flag. It was a red flag, but times were tough.
Okay, I know.
It
like
was
the scene's a little
scarce.
scarce.
Times were tough.
You're a little lonely.
It was his last
You're
time.
vulnerable.
Right? I was vulnerable.
Yeah.
But his last time
that's
acting
how I got
up,
pregnant.
Right.
Right. Sorry. I love you, Chance. Tasia. Anyways.
But that's why for me, I was like, I'm not putting up with this shit anymore. So I was just like, I'm over it. Found the next thing and I was like, oh my God, even you're just it was just basic at best. I couldn't mess with it.
Right.
So for me, I was like, these guys literally, and I don't know how they did it. They made Toronto guys look like GODs. I know.
I feel like in 2023, that is not okay to say.
That's how bad it was.
Because the stigma for Toronto men is just like salt water.
It's horrible. It's horrible. One of my boys said it best. He's like, yo, like there's feces in the dating pool. Like it's off. Like it's awful.
I don't even know if I could dip my foot back in.
Dude, I honestly tell people if your partner is not like stealing money from you, is not beating you, just go and make it work. Honestly, there's some times where I sit down and I'm like,
I'm
you
hearing
know,
horror stories.
was my ex that bad? Like, was he like he never hit me? Like, was he?
So, like, would you take that whole thing back?
As I say, he would need to just grow up. Just
that's like
grow
a lot
up.
of men's problem. They're so
like,
immature.
stop trying to be a gallus past 40. Just read your
Was he
Bible.
Jamaican?
Of course he's Jamaican. Love them,
Sorry.
hate them, but like, of course he's Jamaican. And I would be like, just dog. People ask me this. Yes, I would take. He just needs to get a lobotomy. Like, pretty much just get a lobotomy and understand that this lifestyle it now go work.
Okay.
It now go work. But until he can realize that, I have nothing to say to you. Grow up.
Okay, makes sense.
That's it.
So, like, now that you're back, what would be your pros? from
Pros of
Alberta?
being back.
Yeah,
Wait, pros of Alberta.
of Alberta. Is there any? Because like the YEG people are hurt.
Oh my God, they're so mad.
They're hurt. Like,
They're so mad.
but
and
you know
they're deaf.
what? I don't understand why you wouldn't want to capitalize. Like, open a shisha lounge.
Open a shisha.
That's a business idea.
Hold on.
Maybe I should go out there and
Maybe you should. For me, I don't do anything. I'm a very passionate person. I don't do anything unless my whole heart's in it. I
Right.
can't. It's not about money for me because from you're okay, like your bills are paid, there's food on your back, there's food in your stomach, there's clothes on your
Right.
back. To me, it's whatever. It's all relative. If I was gonna open up a shisha lounge, right, like I'm not into shisha like that. I just wanted a vibe. I just literally would ask people, where's a vibe?
Right.
And they couldn't answer the question. And that should be alarming for your city alone. Pros of Alberta, like I said, if you're a young man down here making like under 40K, you have no kids, even if you have kids because you got to pay child support, you don't have your own place, go to Alberta, you'll make money. Like I have a friend, he was making 34K out here. He moved there maybe 8 years ago. Now he makes 160K. He works 24/7. He works
Is he
20.
married?
No. Single, by himself,
Yeah.
lonely, by himself.
Yeah.
He came to my Thanksgiving party and he literally said, ever since I've been here, this was the most fun I've had. And y'all know how my parties be. That was like one of my quiet parties. You see them on the ground, yo, we out here eating. We eating, we drinking, we playing games. Shout out to Jenga. But he just, that's the life out there. They have
Right.
like, that was amazing to him versus me. That was one of my like, all right parties. If I had to rank all of my parties, that was all right. I loved the turnout and I was so grateful to have these people there. But that's something too. Being in that house, I've realized that home is where the heart is. I'm in this house, but it's not filled with my people.
Right.
That
You
was
have
one
a
of the
house,
biggest
but not a
things.
home.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I was just always feeling like this place would be dope if, Plunks could come over or Tay could come over, my sister, my nieces and nephews could
Right.
could
That's
play in my
hard.
backyard. And that wasn't gonna
Yeah,
happen.
nobody to share it with.
I had more fun in my parties in this condo than I think I would ever have fun in this house. You dig what I'm
Right,
saying? It's not filled
right.
with my people. And those are like small life lessons. Home is where the heart is. Everything's a lesson because I did the research. I was there. I'm a Virgo. Everything I do is research. I don't
Right.
make impulsive moves.
Right.
This was the most impulsive thing I've ever done. That's what made it so exciting for me. This is also why I don't do impulsive things. Pros, again, if you're a guy, go work, you'll make money. And then if you're imported in, like your dad or my girlfriends, that makes sense too, to go start out. But also pay attention. They don't stay.
Right.
They don't stay. Or their family moves up there. You're committed to that because the money is stupid. Like, it's honestly, like, the money is what haunts me.
Mm-hmm.
It haunts me. I'm like, you literally could have bought, you know what a dope ass trip I could have gone on for 12 G's? Do you know what I could do at $550 a month?
I mean, I would ask you to bring me for free. 'cause I'm
Right?
loaded, but-
Right? So it's just those things. Really, like, my biggest thing and the reason why I did this article was that I wanted people to understand, listen, man, there is no plan B. It's I'm going. There is no I'm coming back because the reality is enough people they can't come back.
Right. They're stuck.
They're stuck.
They're stuck.
They're stuck. In hindsight, if I didn't get, it's funny, the position that I had before this, making that salary, I wouldn't qualify to live.
It's funny you say that because
Had I not gotten this better position
Right.
with this more money, what I was making before, I wouldn't have qualified.
Right. And it's like I said, like, had Chocolate Thunder not came along for me, I wouldn't have made it back here. because like shout out to him, he fronted the move.
Wow.
He paid for everything. He paid for first and last for our place in Milton. He paid for the move. He paid for the flight.
Wow, he's dope.
He paid for everything.
He's dope.
Had that godsend not come my way,
just waiting for my godsend.
I still might be out there.
Facts.
Like,
no, to get back was like ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay. We got to get to the good stuff now. Do we have any final questions or anything to address to the people then? Because I see our buddies over here waving us down. He's waving us down. So we got to bounce.
I mean, I got nothing.
I got something.
I got nothing.
I didn't live in Leduc. It is not spiritually. Windermere is not spiritually Leduc. Don't let that fool on TikTok fool you. Okay. Shout out to the people who created TikToks about me. That was a little enough. Cactus Club, you are disrespectful as hell.
You get any discounts?
Duh, disrespectful as hell. Y'all should have been calling a sister, returning an email.
Were they trending on Twitter because of you?
They were trending because of me. Sales went up, but you know what I'm saying? Cactus Club is disrespectful. Shout out to Toronto Life. Alex, the guy who wrote the article, he's dope.
Wasn't there a moment with Brandon Gones?
Yeah,
okay.
There was. We did that too. Shout out to Trending Now for wanting to call me, wanted to do something.
Breakfast Television?
Cool. Breakfast Television. Yo, Devo. Shout out to Devo. Dina. Shout out to Dina. But basically, just what I was trying to say is, guys, just think about everything that you're doing and really understand that there is value in a support system. There is value in your lifestyle, and there is value in your loved ones. Don't just make a move because. I did all of this research, but I realized, yo, this is who I am. I like to go out. This is my life. I like to be around my team. I love my friends. And don't get it twisted. We're not always partying. We are sometimes just watching Netflix together, hanging out, making podcasts. Like, we're just like, shout out to your team who's known you from way back when. And there is a cost associated with that. And I think it's invaluable. I think it is super invaluable. But yeah, so what are they going to see more of us? What are they going to see?
Listen,
I'm thinking we're going to do some dating stories because we got things to say.
Dating, what's hot right now?
Dope.
Tory Lanez.
Tory Lanez, yo,
I got a connection to Tory.
You know people?
I know one of Tory's bodyguards.
Oh, shit.
So like, if we're looking to dive into that a little bit,
I feel like
we want to have him here. He's open to that. I have talked to him.
What?
So if we want to do that,
I like that. Okay. So we're talking about dating. We got Tory Lanez. What's hot? Girl chat. Yo.
Sex.
It's just girl chat.
Girl chat.
Sex. We definitely gotta talk about sex.
Entertainment.
Real estate. Because we're also about making money.
Anyways, we're doing this podcast and they don't know the name of it. So like, what is it?
Yo, we did talk about a few things. We are muddling around a few things, but her stories. Get it? History, but her stories. Her stories is what is winning the race right now. But guys, most definitely next time we come around, we're going to have something more formal for you. But we just wanted to talk that talk and really just get out there and just chat with y'all. Break the ice. Rip the Band-Aid off. Boom. See you next time, kid.
Next time.
Later. Bye.